expecting more from you now than I've got my entire life. Treating this like I'll be talking to a different person just because I needed you to be. Just this once. To save even you. Phone the best I can at the hotel after he's done with owning the horse. Maybe he's knocked out your pocket during a random, unprovoked fight. Maybe you've cleaned up your act. Just enough to hear most of what I have to say. That's worth. More realistically, whether it was lost, stolen, or was meant to delete if you heard my voice. My words are spoken into the abyss. It ain't even that bad. I have spoken more to the idea of you than to you yourself, so if nobody's hearing this, then this is to that terrible father. If you are, I feel like that's worse. It's like it's just to some guy. And what good comes from talking to some guy? A man whose face I barely remember, whose voice I barely heard. But he died yesterday. My son died. He's gone. His pain have ended. The machine that kept his heartbeat was turned off. I thought I'd have more time with him. I knew there was only now a possibility of him making it as size where an operation could have been attempted, but he didn't make it after. She was more realistic than me, less naive. You know, when she found out about the severity of his defects, they'd be lucky to survive the birth, and even if it did, it may be a short and painful existence. She wanted to have an abortion. I said no. The one time she listened to me, she really shouldn't have, because she was right all along. My mind wasn't in the right place. I wasn't thinking things through. You know, the first thing I said when she told me about the pregnancy was no. I didn't think I was ready for that. I certainly wasn't ready for it. A few months later, there I was saying no again, this time trying to convince her to go through with it. But in between my thoughts of you, what kind of father could I be with you as mine? What could I hope to offer? So much could go wrong. I mean, I never would have left hope, but if she left me, then I'll be just as absent in his life as you were in mine. I like you, I don't want to be there for them, but that may make things even worse. I just couldn't silence it for my girl, but then I started to realize the truth. That
Please leave your message after the tone. Press any key to end.
the first 8 years of my life was the best part of my childhood, because I had no thought, knowledge or concern about who you were. I never questioned why you weren't there. I had everything I needed for a family. But for whatever reason, Mum thought it'd be best to track you down to see if you was interested in being part of your son's life. And for whatever reason, out of the blue, there you were, just standing there in the kitchen smiling, as though he was actually happy to see me. More likely, like you expected me to be happy to see you. We spoke, arrangements were made, but just 1 week later, there you weren't. Back, then gone again. Back, then gone again. The same thing, the same excuses, less time with us and bigger gaps between each visit, until you stayed gone. Leaving behind the boy who kept telling his mother that it was okay, that he didn't care, but always hoped that you would at least come back to prove that you cared about him. That was your legacy as my father, and that's what I allowed to dictate way too many decisions when it came to being a dad, because I knew that if he got through it, he would need me to love, to care and support him. He would need me to be everything that you weren't. I wanted to be that for him. I clung on to the hope that I could. Too tightly. When the doctor said that he was like, just to let him die. I thought, is there anything worse a father could do? He was born, he suffered, and then he died. Because I just wanted to prove that I was nothing like you. Turns out that I'm even worse. Expecting more from you now than I've got my entire life. It's like I'll be talking to a different person, just because I needed you to be. This one. Just say if you even use this number anymore. I mean, maybe you left the phone in the bedside cabinet of a hotel until you've done before you go home. Maybe it was not behind your pocket during a random, unprovoked fight. Or maybe you've cleaned up your act. Just enough to hear most of what I have to say. Or that's worse. More realistically, whether it was lost, stolen, or this message deleted, have you heard my voice? My words. Ain't even that bad. I have spoken more to the idea of you than to you yourself, so if nobody's hearing this, then this is to Adam, a terrible father. If you are, I feel like that's worse. It's like it's just to some guy. And what good comes from talking to some guy? A man whose face I barely remember, whose voice I barely heard.